Welcome, family. I'm here making salmon patties today. And I just had to share because I make some mean salmon patties. I make some mean salmon patties. Waiting on the skillet to get hot a little bit. Skillet. Letting the skillet get hot. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to get this fixed here. And then I'll let y'all see all the action. There is to see in this kitchen. So here's my salmon batter. Here's some of the patties that I have made out. And I seasoned, I use a little bit of this, and I use some of this. But it really doesn't, mine don't really need it because the salmon itself is kind of already well seasoned. If you get the pink canned salmon, this is what I use. I use this pink salmon, pink canned salmon. Okay. So here we go. Let me finish making all these patties here so I can stick them in the pan. Everything ready. I try not to make these too big because in the past I've made them big. Now I try to be conservative about it because you don't need big ones like that. So I make it out like this. Salmon cakes are always the greatest. See, I make it out like that. And then I take this. I use this. I forgot the fish fry. I use this fish fry to batter it before I put it in the fryer. Like a regular fish. Like you would do a regular fish. And we love this with our fish. Omega. See? You gotta be careful because sometimes it wants to fall apart. You would think it sticks together because I put everything to, the bread. I use breadcrumbs, and the best breadcrumbs, I use this. I find this works better than using the breadcrumb in the can. And there you have it. It's really good. Wait till you all see this. Wait till you all see this. It's going to be really, really nice. Okay? So I'm going to start sticking these in the fryer that's over there ready for it. Stick these 3 in the fryer over here. And I'll let y'all see in a minute. I try to do at least 3 at a time. And I keep my heat on 8 or 7. Probably can get away with 6, but 6 is kind of slow. It depends on your burner. Depends on your stove. Like I said, just cut it out into small portions, like this, like a ball, and then start cutting it out because the bigger you go, the more problems you're going to have with it. Plus, you get more out of it. This is 2 cans of the salmon, 2 cans of the salmon. And I'm telling you, I make a mean salmon cake. I mean, these cakes, you would be, they're just the bomb. They're the bomb. Doesn't take that long for them to start burning up. But you want to get them really good. You want it really, really hot before you put it in there, too. Um, okay. And then you just, like I said, like so, just sprinkle and, you know, put it in there. Let's see. They tend to break very easily for some reason. How's everyone out there doing? I hope you're doing well. I don't cook these often. I just cook them whenever I can. But sometimes you got to be in a whole mood for these. I think, and every now and then I get in the mood for them. Not, it's rare, very rare. Um, so let me keep those out so you all can come over and stuff. You get that ready to put on the plate. So what I do to drain the grease, the oil, is I often use paper towel. And I let it drain like that. But my patties are falling apart on me. I think the egg was keeping it together. I'm gonna flip this over.
And let me get up here, let me check your meal.
Okay, it's upstairs. I'm live on the video, it's upstairs. Okay. Now let me bring this over so y'all can see how I fry this. Let me bring this over so you can see just how I'm frying this. Okay. Like so. See? And they are mean and they will keep you lean. Believe me. They're very, very healthy. Very, very healthy. At home meal. And you can have this with some asparagus, French fries, fried potatoes, sweet potatoes, fries, green beans, mashed potatoes, whatever side dish floats your boat. Or you can just eat it by itself, like I do many times. This alone is just as good. Eating it alone is just as good. And it doesn't take that long for these to fry up. It really doesn't take that long for them to cook. That's why I said put them on about, probably need to bring it down a notch, like to 6. Because the batter tends to cook faster than everything else. So, Now I'm about ready to take them out. Let me show you guys. Okay. This is how I do it. I take them out, as you can see them in there frying. And you can see that cooked on both sides really well. I take it out, put it to the side here on the paper towel. And as you can see it's really cooked on both sides now. Really good. See?
You have one inside.
Okay. It's hot now. Sometimes you see the mister, he couldn't even wait for it. So you know it's good. You know it's good. Let's put these other ones in. Now if you do 2 cans, you should get a good batch of them. This is my favorite. I hate to tell you guys, but this is like my favorite. One of my favorites. Things to make. But when you remember this little tip, because I don't like it gritty. You know, sometimes you can feel them bones and grit in it. So what I do is, what my mom taught me to do is, I take them, when I open up the can, I drain the water of the salmon. Then I proceed to break it apart. You want to be easy about breaking the salmon apart. You want to make sure you break it apart where the vertebrae is, because you're going to pull that vertebrae out, and you're going to have more than one usually. So you got to look carefully, because you're pulling out those bones that you don't want to interfere in your enjoyment of these patties. So I pull all that out before I mix everything in the bowl. So it's a little bit of work you have to do, but it's worth it. That's why I said I have to get in a whole mood for these. And it cooks pretty, good amount when you use 2 cans. You use 2 cans and 2 eggs to help blend it together, keep it together. And I'm just about finished. Now, my crazy friend that I told you guys about, the 13-year-old I used to hang with, I say no names, but when I was like about 16, I think, she was my brother's age, the crazy girl. The one who tried to game me when she was pregnant. But anyways, she used to put syrup on her croquette patties that her mom cooks. Now, some people do that down south. They put that syrup on them in the morning. But me, I didn't grow up like that. Not everybody in the South grows up the same. So we had, we eat them differently. We ate them like, even though there's nothing wrong with eating it with syrup. I'm not saying it's probably enjoyable, but I never did taste it like that, because it wasn't enticing to me. I like I said, the Old Bay flavor, and I like the seafood flavor. So I eat it like a seafood. I come from that perspective of things, not like a breakfast. Even though some people do it with fried green tomatoes. Maybe when my tomatoes come in, my fried green tomatoes come in, I cannot wait for that. Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna start making some mean fried green tomatoes when my tomatoes start growing, and I'm surprised they're not, because my plants are growing really tall. I should be getting some nice I should be getting some nice green tomatoes by now. All right. Ugh. Checking off these, turning them over, getting them ready to come out the can. Nice and easy. Don't want to break on us. Some of them want to be stubborn at times. Okay, there we go, got it. I don't think it's brown on the side, but we'll work with it. We'll work with it. Alright, let's put one over. Oops. That's the thing about number 3. Alright. So we got these last 3 to go. And you see, the delicious finished product. So with that said, family, true love, real peace. Let me taste. The higher self within the soul. Peace. Until next time. Thank you for being here.